Okay, let's talk about where to find important course information. Here is a view of being logged into your class. You've clicked on the class and you see all this information show up. Notice over here this little arrow. You can shrink this menu up and down in order to have more viewing space over here. All of the important course information is going to be found in this area right here called the course announcements. You may need to click on view in order to see the whole message, and a scroll bar also appears when you're in this area, so be looking for that. You may also need to scroll down to see every message. Within the course announcements, you will find a link to the course syllabus. It has lots of good detailed information about the course, and it also has links to the project rubrics. You may see a message something like this where you have a link to the course syllabus, a link to that pacing calendar, and information about synchronous or asynchronous sessions. Here is an idea of what the pacing calendar will look like. It will list each day and it will tell you what's due when and for the entire course. So you can use that and refer to that if you have questions about where you should be at, what lesson you should be on each day. Be sure to check your messages. I want to point this out. You have this on that left-hand menu there, Message Center. You can click there. Or up at the top, you'll see a little envelope with however many unread messages you have. You can click there as well to get to the Message Center. Notice my note right here. We can see when you don't read your messages. So please read them. Teachers are trying to send important information to you about the course or things that you need to know in order to be successful and get a good grade. So please check your messages. You have access to tutoring 24/7. It may not work for Spanish class, but you may have other courses with Primavera and you can use it for English, math, science, etc. You click on that question mark up at the top, click on Tutoring Thinking Storm. It's really easy to log in. It'll walk you through the process, just takes a minute, and you can be connected to a tutor 24/7. Let's take a moment to talk about grade weighting in this class and what's most important. So first of all, notice this big, huge chunk right here, 30% of your grade. So the biggest portion of the class is going to come from doing your projects. So those are really important. Make sure you complete those, make sure you follow the requirements, and get help with those if you need. Okay, notice the next big chunk, 3 sets of 15 here, 15, 15, 15. That's almost half your grade, that's 45%. So almost half your grade comes from 3 things: the final exam, discussion board, and the synchronous sessions or asynchronous sessions. So make sure you are completing those. It's a big, big part of your grade, all of those assignments. Asynchronous sessions. Make sure you complete 6 by the end of the course. See course announcements for asynchronous activities. So all of them will be listed there. It's much better if you do complete them, like one for each unit as you go, because there will be important information covered there that will help you through the course itself and likely the projects. Make sure you do 2 lessons a day and study vocabulary. This is really, really important. I want you to be studying vocabulary for at least 20 minutes a day or more, and I will have a link in the course announcements to the course vocabulary. So a moment about vocabulario. It is so important that you study this daily. Your brain needs repetition to learn, especially at this level of Spanish. You need to be going over vocabulary a ton. You are learning grammar, which is great, and your grammar will continue to be built on. But most importantly is knowing all the words that you need. So study that vocabulary. If we were in a brick and mortar classroom, we would be going over this vocabulary every single day. You're not going to learn it if you just hear it once and then move on. You'll remember it so much more. There's vocabulary in every lesson. Go over it frequently, multiple times. Glancing at it won't work. You don't learn a language just from hearing it once and then you know it. That's not how it works. You hear it over and over and over and over again. Spanish will make so much more sense if you study the vocabulary, and you will also be so much less likely to use a translator because you'll know it. Your brain is the translator. It should be in your brain. Let's take a moment and talk about projects. Most projects have two parts, a written part and an audio part. Sometimes the audio parts will give you trouble recording. If that's the case, you can try recording it and maybe send it to me in an email. Or better than that is to use vocaroo.com. That's the option I mostly want you to use. It's super easy. If you just type in vocaroo.com, it takes you to this exact screen. There's no sign in, no login, no anything. It's super fast and easy. You literally, within seconds, can just click to start recording. Then you record your message. Then it takes you to this screen. You can either, replay it, retry, whatever. If you're happy with it, you click here to save it. And then it takes you to this screen where it will populate this link for you. Okay. I do not want you to click this button to email it to me. It will email me like crazy about it. Please don't do that. Please just copy and paste this link and preferably paste it into your project. That's the best option. If you didn't do that, then send it to me in a message or you can send it to me in an email, but don't click that email button. Just copy and paste that link. Okay, please complete the questions for this activity now.